WWF legend Bret the Hitman. Hart made a memorable cameo appearance as himself in The Simpsons Season 8, Episode 21, titled The Old Man and the Lisa. The episode originally aired on April 20th, 1997, during the peak of Hart's professional wrestling career. The on-screen cameo. In the episode, Mr. Burns loses his entire fortune and is forced to foreclose his mansion. Bret Hart appears at the estate alongside a real estate agent to buy the property. The old man stink. Upon inspection, Hart famously complains that the mansion has an old man stink. The pencil neck geek. When Mr. Burns requests to keep a portrait of himself to remember better times, Hart refuses, calling Burns a pitiful pencil neck geek. The neighbor. Hart decides to buy the mansion after the agent mentions that a fictional wrestler named the Shrieking Sheik, a parody of the Iron Sheik, lives just 3 doors away. Why his voice sounded different. Fans often notice that Bret Hart's voice in the episode sounds heavily stylized and unlike his normal speaking voice. This happened because the show's producers originally hired him to voice a generic, aggressive fictional character named the Mad Viking or the Mad Russian. Hart recorded all his lines using an exaggerated, angry wrestling persona. The last-minute animation change. Hart completed his lines in just a few minutes, but got stuck waiting at Fox Studios for his limousine to refuel. While waiting outside, a crowd of over 100 studio employees lined up to get his autograph. Shocked by how massive of a star the WWF champion truly was, the show's director famously admitted, "I had no idea you were this big of a star," and decided on the spot to scrap the fictional character and redraw the artwork to feature Hart as himself. Because the audio had already been recorded for a generic heel wrestler, they simply applied his Mad Viking voice track to the new Bret Hart animation. Pop Culture Legacy. WWF magazine cover. To promote the crossover, Bret Hart and Bart Simpson shared the front cover of the June 1997 issue of WWF magazine. Action figure, Hart's brief 30-second appearance became so iconic among wrestling fans that NECA later released an official Simpsons celebrity guest star action figure of the Hitman in his animated form. Watch the exact scene where Bret Hart buys the Springfield estate from a bankrupt Mr. Burns. The Simpsons. Bret Hart buys Mr. Burns' mansion.